There's a time of year in New York when, even before the first leaf falls, you can feel the seasons click. The air is crisp, the summer is gone, and for the first night in a long time, you need a blanket on your bed.
Hi, welcome back to Salty at 60. I just love that monologue from Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City about the seasons clicking. The seasons have not clicked here yet for me. However, I am noticing those early changes where I'm hearing the crickets from dawn until dusk. The light coming through the window is a little bit different, and the grass is dewy in the morning and it's a little bit chillier. So I think it's a great time to talk about how to ease into pre-fall dressing. All right, so as excited as I am to wear those new fall clothes and just really get into those fall fashions, it is the time of year that it is a perfect time for us to get as much longevity out of our summer wear and then just slowly transition it a little bit to a pre-fall look. And there are a few tricks that I am using throughout this video. I am changing footwear, accessories, and maybe the materials, and mixing those with a lot of my summer materials and my summer looks. It is a way to transition when it is still really warm outside, but kind of get us in the mood to move into the fall season. And I think that this was a really fun exercise to do because now looking at these outfits that I'm going to share with you here today, there's several that I am going to use probably on repeat because I really liked how they came out. So let's get into it. All right, so let's talk about a few tweaks I made for this first outfit here. What I did was I kept these very lightweight denim pants. They have a drawstring on them, elastic waistband, so comfortable. These are from Lands' End. I wore them all summer. They're not quite long enough on me for certain footwear. However, I did that on purpose when I purchased them because I knew that I would be wearing them with flat sandals all summer long. But here what I did is I tweaked the outfit a little bit by changing from a sandal or a slide to these bright green sneakers that I've had in my wardrobe for a couple of years. I just love this color. And I exchanged a normal blouse with this very lightweight long sweater. It's very thin. It's not going to overheat me. It's something I can wear when I'm sitting in the air conditioning or maybe when it's cool outside in the morning or the evenings without being overheated or being too cold. I think it's just perfect. So this, obviously, you can tweak this with any thinner sweaters that you have, but I wanted to keep those lightweight pants. And then I just paired this with a leather blue bag I had. So the whole look is blue and green. All right, another casual look for me is this raspberry sweater that I paired with my black linen pants. And again, rather than wearing sandals, I added this loafer. This is a really cute leopard loafer. It's a little bit chunky, just to give the outfit some interest. You know, you can, and I should have said that with the first sweater, depending on the weather, you could wear a tank or a crew neck tee underneath any of these sweaters. But for me, I'm probably not going to do that until it gets a little bit chillier. So here I am just wearing it, with nothing underneath of it, as I did with the green sweater. And as it gets cooler, I can add those pieces, but then if it gets warm again during the day, I'd be able to take off the sweater over top of it. So this is, again, another really simple look. So for this outfit, I put on a pair of wide pant crop pants, again in leopard. Leopard is still going to be strong for this season. And I really like leopard mixed with gray. And here I have on this dark gray cashmere mixed sweater that I purchased from Quince. It's in a dolman style. I love this easy, sort of loose and flowy look. And because long necklaces are going to be very much in this season, I put on one of the long necklaces that I've owned for several years. And then I put on two, I think because everything was so loose and flowy, the dolman sweater and the wide leg leopard pants. I wanted to add something a little more structured to my footwear. So here I put on this nice pair of black leather loafers, and I just thought that this was a nice little look. And I will say I picked up these very recently, these pants at American Eagle. They are super, super lightweight. They're really a summer jean, a summer denim. I can tell you that as the weather does turn really cold, I will probably have to retire these leopard pants. All right, this is a very predictable outfit for me. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Coastal Grandmother style. I just love it. I had a lot of things in that style. And here I have got on a pair of tanned pants that I had bought last year from Old Navy. They have a seam that runs up the front, elastic waistband, and I forget what they called that, but it has sort of like a panel that holds you in a little bit. And I topped this with a very nautical type t-shirt, long sleeve. That is from Lands' End as well. I like the feel of their t-shirts. They're very quality made, and I can get them in my talls. And what I did here was I added this really beautiful Kurt Geiger bag that I picked up last winter. I just love this leather bag. It is just the perfect size for me. And I slipped on another pair of my Vionic loafers. These here are in this gorgeous khaki color. So I think the whole look is very, kind of leans fall, but not to the point where, you know, you're going to be overly heated, overly warm. And this outfit, I can see me just adding a jacket to when it does get a little chillier. All right, that's all I did for today. I just wanted to give you an idea of how you can mix and match some of your summer pieces and those summer materials with some very lightweight fall type clothes. And obviously everything is going to depend on where you live in the country. I know that if you're like in Florida and Texas, it's still very hot down there. I'm in the mid-Atlantic and it's still very hot here. However, I do see that the season is about to turn and we are going to start getting some chillier air. And I did everything here very casually. Again, if you've watched me for any length of time, you know that I dress extremely casual. That's just my style. But this was fun putting this together, and it gave me some ideas of what I have in my closet that I can wear now. But if you have not hit that subscribe button or given me a like, I really would appreciate it if you would do that. This channel has been growing very slowly, and I understand why. It is a niche market. It is for women over 60. And the problem that I'm having is the algorithm is not pushing me out. So a little click, a little like, a little hit the subscribe button would help me a lot, and I will see you in the next video.